Recording on again. I just told Lydia she has to come to Zoom because this is too important right now. Back up a few thoughts.
Yeah, so that so I've been. Is she here yet?
I heard a ding dong, but Lydia? No, not yet. I don't know where she. Are you in yet? Question mark. I heard a ding dong, but I am talking to Karen and you've got to be here. No, she didn't get in. Anyway, I've got the recorder going on. So go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so you want me to start at the beginning?
Yeah, would you?
Okay. Well, so at the moment I'm writing about the Adam and Eve myth, and it's just blowing my mind. It is such. Oh, here she is.
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, okay. It is such.
Hi.
Hello, Lydia.
I'm recording this because so much stuff is happening. So
wow.
you don't have to stay with us right now, but you can. And then I have a question for you.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just telling Susie that I'm really going deep into the Adam and Eve myth, and discovering this excruciatingly penetrating insight into what's going on in the world now. You know? And so there are many my mind is just going boom 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 boom, but one of the ways my mind is going into this story is like, how did these early scribes write like this?
Yeah.
You know, how is it possible that a human being could sit down and write with such perspicacity, such acute insight into the human condition without explaining it? You know, without explaining it in the way we do now. You know, we explained it. And it occurred to me that the human mind had not evolved to the point where it is now, taking this original fatal flaw of we shall be as gods, meaning that we're going to tell exactly what this story means. And there's only one way to interpret it, and it's my way or the highway, and you explain it in no uncertain terms, and this is the way it is. No, back then, the mind was still working nearer to truth, and it thought in the way of symbols, in the way of metaphors, and in the way of story. Later, as we understand, so the beauty of the symbol, it's like mathematics. It radiates a bazillion infinite meanings depending on the individuality of each person. You know, that God is responsible for our uniqueness and our moment of need, that a symbol is always ready. It's alive. It's ready to tell us what we need to know when we need to know it. It's not a static, material, personal, one-way thing, you know.
And it demands sitting down with it to let it sink in. A symbol won't tell you what to do, so you don't have any work. You got some work to do with the symbol.
Right. It'll find you. It'll find you where you need to go. And like I'm realizing that now these seeds are growing where I have to go back to the Adam and Eve story and figure out what's going on. You know?
Right.
And the other interesting thing is that there are these symbols, metaphors, stories, and then they go through the story of Abraham. They go through the story of Isaac, and it goes through the story of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yeah. These three understandings of these stories are about us. I know. Now they can be about us. And then we get to a point where we can ingest the parable.
Right.
The parable hasn't been there until Jesus comes. Now the parable is really about, you know, this is the kingdom of God within you. All these parables are about and he's saying it as much. These are about you.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to stop the recording. Okay.